Pain is not holding you, you are holding the pain. Don't depend on anyone. Only make yourself a lamp and rely on it. You must not depend on anything else. Don't worry too much and live according to your reason. Stay true to the present. Do not expect. Sorrow arises from attachment, and fear arises from attachment. Get out of your obsession. Those who are free from attachment have no sorrow or fear. Happy people focus on what they have. Unhappy people focus on what they don't have. Happiness doesn't come to those who don't appreciate what they already have. The true rich are not those who have much, but those who give much. Set your heart on doing good. Don't dwell on the past. As a snake sheds its skin, we must get out of the past. Everything in the world changes. Don't struggle to have more. Don't even be distressed. Everything that has a beginning has an end. Pain is not holding you, you are holding the pain. Don't hate others too much. Hatred disappears with just the thought of abandoning hatred. Someday we all die. When we realize that life is not forever, our hearts soon become peaceful. Don't be angry. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and wishing that person would die. Even if you have little, give generously. Then the whole universe will bless us. Everything is the result of what we think, so have good thoughts and a good heart. Then happiness will follow like a shadow. There is nothing scarier than the habit of doubting. Doubt drives people away. It destroys friendships and destroys pleasant relationships. Don't expect others to obey my will. When others obey my will, my heart becomes arrogant. Every situation in our life is just an instant. So, if the situation is good, just enjoy it to the fullest. And even if things are bad, you just have to remember that this won't last forever and it will get better. In the end, there are only 3 things that matter to us. It is how much you loved, how hard you lived, and how content you were with what you had. You will always live where you ought to be, doing what you ought to do with the person you are destined to be with. Give for no reason. Don't ask for anything in return. Don't even ask for praise. And forget the fact that you gave. If you have expectations, you may be disappointed. Our biggest goal in life is to help other people. Remember that when you are happy, the joy is not permanent, and when you are in pain, this pain does not last. Everything in the world is not forever. The past has already passed and the future has not yet come. The time we can live is only one moment. It is the present. If you don't live hard in the present, you will have regrets before you die. Why worry if you can't solve the problem? If it was a problem we couldn't solve from the beginning, there is no use worrying about it. No matter how hard the past is, you can always start over. Every morning we are born anew. What we do today is more important than anything else. Don't pretend you don't know when you know the answer is fixed. It's easy to see other people's faults, but it's hard to see my faults. People easily point out other people's faults, but try to hide their own faults. Don't overestimate what you have. Don't be jealous of others either. Those who envy others cannot find peace of mind. Don't deceive others. Look at the river over there. Small streams flow noisily, large rivers are quiet. What is not filled makes a lot of noise, and what is full is quiet. No one can and cannot save anyone. We have to go that way ourselves. Be silent as a mute, speak like a king, be cold as snow and hot as fire. Each of you should make yourselves a lamp and rely on yourself. Everything in the world has an appropriate time. If you torture yourself by comparing yourself to others, you will not know the joy of life. Due to the competitive spirit with others, they lose the small joys of life and live an unhappy life. Put down what is not yours. And keep your mind still. Remembering your mistakes is like carrying a burden on your heart. Life is trying to teach you something when it is unbearably difficult and painful. It becomes what you think. If you think about the faults of the past and cannot erase them, they become a burden on your mind and give you pain. Don't try to calm the storm. Calm yourself down and the storm will pass. The road to happiness does not exist. Happiness itself is the way. Live the life you love and love the life you live. Don't change yourself to make others like you. Health is the best gift, and satisfaction is the best wealth. Free yourself from fear and worry by meditating. Whatever you say, choose carefully. Because the people around you will hear it and be affected for better or for worse. Live while giving and sharing. From the words of the Buddha.